Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do a whip and chat. I don't know for how long. I'm home, grandma's home. Sorry, I'm sipping on my coffee. Everybody's home, so I might be needed at some point, so I might be pausing a couple of times, so I don't know. The pop girls are finished. Whatever I had left in my collection is done. I do have to go back on AliExpress and to see if there's any more pop girls that I actually wanted, because there's only a handful of them that looked like they were in the same style. So I grabbed all 4 of those. This is what I'm going to be working on now. This is a Joker from Batman. If you know your artwork, yes, this is a knockoff. They actually have this one. It's out of stock on Diamond Art Club, I believe. And it's much, much bigger. I didn't want to do a big canvas. I wanted to do this canvas, but I didn't want a big one of it. No. I only wanted a 30 by 40. And I had a feeling because his face was so big that 30 by 40 would be just fine. And I'm right about that. It looks just fine. I think it's going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to start on the bottom. Let's just go for the bottom right. Yeah, since I kind of ran out of room with these. Let me turn my light pad on. Let me see, you can see him. See, look how big his face is. I think it's going to come out just fine. I know. Don't hate me because it's a knockoff, you know, because I have been purchasing Diamond Art Clubs, but doesn't mean I won't purchase a knockoff if for some reason, because all Diamond Art Clubs are big. Sometimes I want to do the picture, I want to do the image, but I don't want it that big. Sometimes I just want it in a 30 by 40 so I can, you know, bang it out real quick. I don't want to be working on one image for weeks. Excuse me. There's a little bit of color blocking and a little bit of confetti in this. Looks like there's going to be quite a few color switches in every single square. So we're going to see how long the Joker takes me to do. Pop girls took me, I think the first pop girl I did with the yellow background took me about 2.5 days. The blue one I kind of slacked on. Just kind of been tired, so maybe it took me 3 whole days, maybe even pushing 4. I stopped counting after a while, but I know I was definitely under a week. So I don't know how I want to handle this. Do I want to do this in order? Sometimes when there's a lot of color switches, many color switches in a square, I just start at one and work my way down. That is how I keep my sanity when there's a lot of color switching going on. Instead of just trying to pick things out. When I have to start picking things out, like, oh, I'll do this color next, do this color next, this symbol next, it starts to agitate me just a tad bit. So we're gonna start with one. One is 310. It's a black. Divide my square in half. Yes, I work on a square, but I divide the square into parts and work from bottom to top. Just in case you didn't know. Using my new pen, I used this pen to complete the blue background pop girl. I love this pen. I went ahead and ordered another one in another color and another one of these 3D printed multi-placers from that seller to match the new pen. So yeah, that's that with that. But the new pen is wonderful. You guys should really try this pen out. It's on Etsy. If you're curious, if you didn't see the video of me unboxing the pen, and you want to check them out on Etsy and you want to know the seller, just comment me in this, what in the hell? I have a drill in here. Oh, no, I don't. Comment me in this video and I will try to get you a seller's name for these pens. They were $16 with free shipping. I think that's a steal, because most diamond painting pens that are handmade are, I want to say $30 and up. Easy. I found my baby powder putty yellow mud, my putty. I love this because it smells just like baby powder. You could tell I've been really liking it. When it gets a little like this, I just kind of fold it over on itself a little bit to cover the holes and just kind of start over again. But yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of the scents from Putty Yellow Mud that they had last year, which is Baby Powder and Silver Mist Fairy and some of the other ones that I love so much, they are not making anymore. They have a bunch of new scents, which, I mean, it is what it is. I bought one of their new scents, but I like their old scents a lot. And I really wanted to pick up another Baby Powder and another Silver Mist Fairy. And it's sad they don't even have any in their stash that they could sell me like old ones. That sucks. I checked because I messaged the seller hoping that maybe they had some backups, but they had nothing. Oh, black dropped. Oh, maybe we should move this down a little bit further. More black down here. So how have my friends been? I hope all of you have been really good. How was your weekend? Today is Monday the 19th. So it's a holiday. Some of you are off from work or school or wherever you go. And some of you aren't, which I'm sorry. I'm glad I'm off from both my jobs. Monday is my day off from the bakery, so I just got this day off. And for school crossing guard, I'm off when the kids are off, and the kids are off for the holiday. So I got off from both jobs today. Really exciting. But I had to go to the foot doctor to get my big toes checked out. You know, last year I was having a lot of problems with infection and ingrown toenails, and yeah, I started noticing a toe getting ingrown again and hurting. So I cut the corner of my toenail out by myself. Ouch, I know. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just went to a professional, but my normal doctor was trying to sign her contract with my insurance company, and until the contract got signed, she couldn't see me. So they sent me somewhere else, and I couldn't get an appointment until today, the 19th. So in the meantime, I didn't want it to get worse, so I cut the toenail out on my own. I know, gruesome. But because the toenail was in my skin so deep, I have kind of like a deep wound that needs to heal from the inside out. So yeah, it hurts at times. If I mess with it too much, or if I touch it, or if it's not bandaged and things rub against it like my socks or my shoes, then it hurts. But if I'm just sitting here diamond painting and just I just have a band-aid on it with some Neosporin and I just leave it alone, it's fine. So she just cleaned it up today. She just double checked it. There's no infection in there. There was a little bit of infection, but I managed to clear that up on my own. And there's no more infection in there, so that's good. Because then that starts involving medication and other things. I don't want to get into. But yeah, I'm glad. She says I'm doing a good job at taking care of it. You know, soaking in Epsom salt, Neosporin, putting Neosporin on it and bandaging it when I'm wearing shoes or just to protect it. So she says I'm doing a really good job. So just keep doing it, doing what I'm doing until it heals up. And if I have any further problems, then come back. She was a really nice doctor. It was my first time meeting her since I had to go to a new office. She was really nice. She was really sweet. I really like her. I might end up just sticking with this office, honestly. I really didn't want to leave my old podiatrist because she was a really sweet lady too. But I don't know when they're going to get their contract back. So I'm thinking of getting a referral to bring Julio to my new foot doctor because his feet need Jesus. He's got a problem with foot odor. I mean, a lot of men do, but he's, you know, I hate to tell you how many pairs of sneakers we've had to, and slippers and socks that we've had to buy him because of his foot odor problem. I think he just really has a lot of excessive sweating. I don't know. I'm not a podiatrist. I can't diagnose, but I'm just assuming. I know his feet do sweat a lot, probably more than the average person. So I would like to take him to the foot doctor. Maybe she has some suggestions in keeping his feet dry and a little less stinky for everybody's sanity. Okay, we are done with the 310 number 1. I'm really excited to see. I mean, you could tell what it is without the drills, but I can't wait to see it with the drills on. I've seen this piece finished, this Joker canvas, but I've seen the Diamond Art Club version finished, and it's a really, really, it's a nice finish. It's a really nice canvas. I think it was Mrs. Coffee who did that canvas. Yeah, it was really beautiful. And it looked great at that size. But I'm gonna keep the faith, and I'm gonna pray the size looks good too. I think it is. I'm pretty good at portraits at this point in time in my life. And I see his face is big enough. The subject matter, period, is big enough. And it's not a small 30 by 40. It is a true to size 30 by 40. So I'm not really going to worry. So there's no 2s. There's no 3s. There are 4s. So we're going to skip to 4. 4 is a purple. There's a lot of purple. There's some hot pink in here. A lot of lime green. It's really cool. This probably would have looked cool with some glow-in-the-dark drills. It does have has 1, 2, 3 fairy dust drills in here. But fairy dust drills are pretty light and they're hard to make out unless you're really up close. So, I don't know if, oh God, can you guys even see what I'm doing? Sorry, I just realized that my camera was up so far, so I apologize if you couldn't see what I was doing before. Okay, maybe that would work. I mean, you don't need to be all up on the canvas. So, I really want to start some of my off the canvas drill diamond paintings. I do need to get, I mean, is it these coasters that I bought, they didn't come with the cork like some kits do. I mean, if you seal it, do you necessarily need the cork? I mean, is it a must? I mean, any of you that have done diamond painting coasters and have done quite a few to know and have used and tested them out. Is the cork a must? Do I have to use cork even if I seal it? To seal the top with the diamonds, do I still need to cork the the bottom underneath? Because that's like a whole nother thing I have to buy. But I plan on using them mostly for mugs, and like the tumbler that I use, my cinnamon roll, like Stanley cup. I call it a Stanley cup because it looks just like a Stanley cup without a handle. It doesn't condense. It doesn't sweat when it's extra cold with ice. So there's no condensation on the cup ever. There's no dripping or water. So, I mean, honestly, and then if anything, I'm using coffee mugs. Sorry for my slurping. So, in all honesty, do I really need to use a coaster, cork under my coasters? I mean, I could understand if you had cups that sweated and dripped everywhere. But my cups, none of our cups do that in this house. So I'm just wondering if it's a necessity. Is it a must? Like an unwritten rule, like you have to use cork under the coasters? Or is it just something maybe I can skip on? That'd be nice. Done with 4. Sorry. This camera angle stinks. Did I just spill a bunch of diamonds? Probably. Okay. 5. There are some 5s. Oh, and yeah, on this canvas, 1 through 9 is 1 through 9, and 10 through 25 is A through Q. So it is, I think that the correct term that everybody's using in the community is it's TITA approved. Yes, it's TITA approved. So, hopefully my hand isn't blocking the way. Maybe move it up just a smidge. Sorry, you guys. Sorry if you're getting seasickness. Yeah, this is the part that I'm not liking. It's just all the numbers and letters are scattered. I have to go searching, which means it cuts into me being speedy. Unlike color blocking, I can just speed race right through. So, anyways, I had made a whip and chat with the pop girl, but I didn't upload it because it was just a whole mess that night. Julio was interrupting me. He was walking up and down the stairs. I had to keep pausing the fucking video. Excuse my language again. I know some of you probably don't like that, but yeah, I decided not to upload that whip and chat. It was only 30 minutes long. Usually my whip and chats are about 45 minutes to an hour. So it just wasn't type of content I wanted to upload. It was a whole mess. So, but to update you what's going on, because I did the update in that video, but I never uploaded it. So my grandfather's home from having COVID in the hospital and pneumonia. I'm going to be quite honest. I wasn't ready for him to come home. I wasn't ready for that mess again. I was really enjoying the house and the time without him here. Sure, I wanted my grandmother to come home, but because she needs her rest. Oh, I missed some 4s. See what I'm talking about? But yeah, she doesn't come home without him. which is like devastating to me. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think that people really need to admit that a person needs more help than what you can give. And I think my grandmother's in a smidge bit of denial. She thinks that she can take care of him better than the nurses can at the hospital or nursing home. And I mean, sure, there are horror stories about nursing homes. I mean, my aunt is suing her mother's assisted living facility because she fell out of bed twice. The first time was whatever, but when she went and did the same thing again and fell out and hit her head and started bleeding, the second time it was inexcusable at that point for my aunt. 6, we have 6. So she's suing them. So I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to condemn somebody to a nursing home, but like I've told you guys before, my grandmother is up there in age. She should not be rolling, even with the help of me and Julio. She should not be rolling and cleaning and this and that. A 215-pound, 6-foot man who's all dead weight. Man, you gotta add that in. He's dead weight because when you ask him to roll, he can't do it on his own. So you literally have to use all your strength to roll this man over to clean him. I really don't think my grandmother should be doing that. I mean, she already has bad knees. And I really, I care for her. I really don't want her to hurt herself. And I don't want her to get anything from him. Like, I don't want anything happening to her. I'm very worried about her. And she's very stubborn, she doesn't listen to anything anybody has to say that involves throwing her husband in a nursing home or whatever to make her life a little bit easier. She won't do it. She claims that it's in her will, that if they're ever bedridden, then they want to spend their days at home. From what my mother told me, you don't put stuff like that in your will. That goes in a living will. It's different. So now maybe my grandmother's lying to me. I don't know. That's a whole mess. It's a mess. I just feel taken advantage of at this point. I'm helping my grandmother because I love her and I don't want her to get hurt. But also, I work 2 jobs. And the last thing I want to do after working 2 jobs is come home and do that. So, I don't know. So, it's just a struggle. It's a struggle. Bless you guys. Are there any 8s? See, I'm breezing through the numbers because there's not a lot of everything. So, 8 is green. Why is it so dark? It's like a dark green. Anyways, I'm just glad I'm off today. I'm to the point where I'm sick of going to work. I'm sick of being in this house. I mean, I even contemplated doing my diamond painting at the library just so I'd be out of the house and no one would bother me. I don't know. I know, I sound selfish. I just don't like when I'm using free time for myself. I don't like to be bothered because I get really deep into diamond painting and I and then I'm on a roll and I got a speed going on. I don't like being interrupted multiple times. Whoops. Anyways, I am looking forward to it being spring already. I am pretty done with this weather. How about you guys? I mean, we've had snow a bunch of times. Well, I don't know in your state. I don't know how close you guys are to Jersey, but I mean, Jersey, I've had 3 snow days from crossing guard so far. Yeah. I think that's an 8. And that's an 8. Yeah, I've had a bunch of snow days. Hopefully that doesn't count. Hopefully that doesn't ruin the school year ending on time. But yeah, we've had a bunch of snow days. And I mean, last year there was like no snow last year for us. It was wild. Now we're getting snow this year. It's very weird. In your states, have you guys gotten snow? A lot of snow, a little bit of snow, snow days. That's what I call them, snow days, where you get to, it's so bad, where you get to stay home from work. I had 2 days where I stayed home from both jobs. And the one day I went into one of my jobs and the other one got canceled. This is, I don't know if confetti heavy is the word for this, because there is some color blocking. Maybe we can call it line blocking in. But all these color switch ups better make it look good. Because, you know, sometimes they do all this unnecessary color switching. And canvas looks like ass when it's done. So let's hope that's not the case. Oh, I'll be so devastated because I really wanted to give this to Julio. There were so many paintings I was supposed to finish for Julio's side of the wall, and I just kind of put them off and started working on other stuff. Okay, now we're in the letters. A. We're on letter A. There's plenty of letter A's. Another purple. This is like eggplant. Maybe an eggplant color, right? I think we're ordering Italian tonight. Some pizza. Because Grandma doesn't feel like cooking. My nutritionist was very worried about this exact situation. When I moved out of the apartment, that my grandmother was not going to be cooking. And yes, I get it. I can cook too. But does anybody ever cook as good as their grandma cooks? I don't think so. Unless you took some private lessons from your grandmother and you cook just like her. But I don't. I don't cook like my grandmother. She cooks really good. And she likes to use the grill. And I love the taste of grilled things, but I don't want to say I'm scared to go buy a grill, but I have never operated a outdoor grill. So, you know, I haven't cooked any meat on a grill before, and I'm very nervous. And she cooks like all her meat on the grill all year round. My grandma's cooking is so good. It's not necessarily the healthiest cooking sometimes. Sometimes it is. Sometimes she makes healthy meals. And then there are other times where it's very questionable. Like her stir fry. You know, you would think a stir fry, if you use the proper ingredients, wouldn't be on the unhealthy side. I mean, it's chicken, veggies, a little bit of rice if you don't go overboard with the rice. And you can find a sugar-free, low-calorie teriyaki sauce. And according to Weight Watchers, if you do it like that, you have like a 0-point meal, which is nothing. It's all free meal. So, but not my grandma. She takes the chicken, she flours it, then she fries it in butter. Or sautés it in butter. Let me say saute. She sautés it in butter to brown it. And then she uses like the worst teriyaki sauce on the planet. You could probably use full of sugar, full of salt. Tastes really great though. Tastes great. Yeah, her stir fries are really good, but they're a nutritionist's nightmare. A nutritionist would not want me eating her stir fry. I love eating her stir fry. I'm gonna have to reload my pens. It's the only problem with putty, but it's a problem with everything that I use. I have to reload constantly. Because I press too hard. So anyways, yeah, so my nutritionist was afraid that now that Grandpa has been in and out of the hospital, Grandma wouldn't be cooking, which she's not, and she's ordering takeout, which is really, it's not good for anybody to eat takeout that much. It's especially not good for people who are trying to lose weight. Yeah. So, and like yesterday we had Portuguese food. My aunt came to visit. So it was ribs, rice, and fries. Terrible. And then it was really good though, but it was just not the healthiest of meals. And today is probably going to be pizza and pasta, Italian food. And so you see what my nutritionist is saying? It's not a really good environment. And I really don't have the willpower to be like, oh, I'll just cook my own stuff and I won't have takeout with you. I don't have that type of willpower. If I find out someone's ordering takeout, I'm going down with the ship with the rest of you. So, oh, these A's are like scattered. I hope this makes sense. I can't wait to see the square done, to see what this looks like, if it makes sense. Sometimes you gotta wait until you do a couple squares for it to make sense, but sometimes you luck out and the first square makes sense. So I think my grandmother has been quite irritated with my extracurricular shopping lately. But I mean, you guys have been watching. I mean, some of you have been watching me since the beginning. Some of you have been watching me for a couple of months or quite some time, at least a year. And I mean, this is a channel that revolves around lots of shopping and hauls, and I try to explain that to her. Yeah, my channel is based off of all the shopping that I do. It always has been. Even when I was a nail channel, it was all about all the nail products I was buying. So, unfortunately, I mean, I would have content if I didn't shop all the time, you know, completions and whipping chats, but I mean, a lot of you like to watch the hauls. I mean, excuse me. And I like doing the hauls. I like doing the shopping hauls from all different stores. Diamond painting hauls, nail hauls, clothing. I love doing I love shopping. Sorry guys if there's a pause in the video. Had to go help grandma and grandpa. Okay. So we're moving on to, let's see, letter B. No letter B. Not that many C's. So I've been watching some new to me YouTubers. Maybe some of you guys are already watching them. I'm gonna bring them up on my computer because I can't remember everybody's names. Sharing Our Shine, Craft Addict, love her channel. Diamonds and Stuff, Mary M. Mary M does a lot of Diamond Art Club unboxings, you guys. And I mean, normally a lot of people like Diamond Art Club unboxings. And she only has 115 subscribers. I would think that she would have more. She has really good videos. I love her videos and I love her unboxings. Just not a lot of stuff going on. So go check out Mary M. She's got some cute videos. Show her the support. Tell her I sent you. And who else have I been watching? And then, you know, if I haven't been watching new people, I've been watching some people that I've been watching for a while or has been watching me for a while. And I've just been trying to play catch up. So Dusty's Color and Art. Dusty, if you're watching this, I think I have just about finished catching up on all your videos. If I didn't comment, I did give you a like on all of them. So yeah, I was just like, oh my god, I haven't been watching Dusty. And I used to watch her all the time in the beginning when she started a channel. So I was like, oh, I have to go back and catch up and watch her videos. So I've been watching her videos. Diamond Painting Anonymous, sometimes I watch her videos. She's got some good whipping chats, some unboxings. Who else have I been watching? A lot of yarn people. Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting with Mushy. Lizette Crafts and Tales. I've been watching a lot of people. I'm trying to play catch up though. I'm sorry. You know what happens, you guys? I get hooked on watching one channel, and then I watch everything until I'm up to date, and then I move on to the next channel. And sometimes if I really like their content, I'll rewatch a video. Yes, I rewatch videos, you guys. With Diamond Painting Bewitched Cat, when I first discovered her channel, I watched all her videos that were possibly there, and then I went back when I had nothing else to watch. I would rewatch all her videos. I've rewatched all her videos a couple times. Yes, I love her videos. She's fun to watch. So yeah. Oh, we're doing letter D now, which is like a pinky purple color. Where's this one coming from? It's a lot of this area in here. So yeah, I've been trying to play catch up, trying to watch everybody. Some of the yarn people, crochet people I've been watching, but I really tend to watch, how do I explain this? I watch what I am currently working on. So if I am currently working on crochet projects and loom knitting and stuff like that, then I will watch crochet and loom knitting videos while I am working on that. If I am working on diamond paintings constantly, then I take a break from the crochet videos and I watch diamond painting videos. If I am currently into doing my makeup, then I watch a lot of makeup videos. If I start doing my nails again, which who knows when that's ever going to happen, but I'll watch nail videos for inspiration. So yeah, it depends on the current activity I'm doing. I don't always, that's why I might disappear to you guys, because just think, I didn't disappear because I hate your channel. I just disappeared because I'm working on another activity. And I'm just doing something different. So the content I'm watching is different. So a lot of people are into cross stitch now these days. I'm seeing more and more people unboxing cross stitch on their channel. I don't think that's a craft I can get into. I watched a beginner's tutorial on cross stitch. Not my jam. I couldn't get with it. And you think I would be able to get into it because in school I took sewing. And I used to work with sewing machines, and yeah, I used to make clothes. I don't know how to do that now. I forgot all my sewing skills. I can sew on a button and I can sew a hole shut, and that's just about it. But making, getting a sewing machine and making clothes and garments and bedding, and no, I don't have those skills anymore. I'd have to be retaught from the beginning. At one point I did want to get back into sewing, and I was considering on saving up to buy a sewing machine, but that's just so much more stuff to keep in the house. If you have a sewing machine, you need a sewing room. And I don't have my own home yet, so I don't have room for a sewing room. No. So, even quilting. Quilting is a really nice craft. I just don't know if I would have the patience for all of that. It's a lot of sewing. I just about have enough patience to sew a hole shut on my pants or my shirt. It's too much. Yeah, people that quilt, you have a lot of patience. You have a lot of patience. God bless you, because I don't think I have that patience. Same thing with needle felting. I know I've talked to you guys about needle felting before. It really takes a special crafty type of person to needle felt, and needle felt really nice. It is not an easy craft, to say the least. It is not. I attempted to make a little dog, and the body just came out awful. Awful, awful, awful. So, there's a lot of these. This is more or less color blocking with a little bit of confetti. Come on. Getting stuck. So, I'm like, what was I talking about before I paused the video? Spring. I can't wait for spring to get here. Especially as far as crossing guard is concerned. I am so sick and tired of being out in the cold weather. Even though it's like, okay, so here's the situation I'm dealing with currently. When I started crossing guard in September, when the kids went back to school, it was warm. Of course, September is always still warm. So because it was warm, after school, when the kids got out, I'm waiting in the middle of the road. Some of the kids go home right away, and then there's this whole group of parents, and it's always the same friggin' group that decide that they, and let me let you know this before I tell you the rest of the story. All these people are neighbors. They live all on the same streets as each other. They live all on the same block as each other. So there's no reason why their kids just after school can't go to their neighbor's house to play and chit chat. No, instead, after school, they play in the school playground while the parents chit chat with fucking each other. Excuse me. And I have to wait around until 4 o'clock until these people leave or not leave. I'm there until 4. 4 is the latest I have to be there too. But if everybody goes home early, then I can leave, 1:45. So you get what I'm saying here? So I'm stuck waiting around for all these people to stop chit-chatting and go the hell home. Honestly. Now that it's been winter, nobody's playing on the playground. And everybody's going home. Which has been a joy because I've been able to go home early. Granted, we've had a couple 50, 60 degree days. And those are the days that they decide to friggin' play outside. No consideration. Don't they think that the only reason why I'm there when they leave is because I have to stay there because they're there? No consideration. It sucks. I just want to go home early. Just want to go. So, yes, I want the spring because I'm tired of bundling up and staying outside in cold weather. At the same time, I don't want the warm weather because that means kids are going to stay and play until 4 o'clock, which sucks. So it's it's a hit or a miss, that topic. Oops. Bunch of 2s. But good news, which I was really excited to find out. And hopefully it's true. But apparently, during the summer, since there's no school, there's no work for me, I can collect unemployment. So I can still collect an income while I'm off for the summer from crossing guard. I'll still be working in the bakery. But because I have a secondary income and I'm not making that, I can collect on that. Isn't that exciting? I'm excited about that. I'm making income and I don't have to go to work. Oh, I can't wait for the summer. And of course it's going to go by so quick. Summer goes by too quick. So I think this is like his jacket. His purple jacket. E. Here's some E's. 14. This color green. Olive, maybe you want to call it. So, is anybody making plans for the summer yet? Do you know what your plans for this year is going to be? Or are you a type of person that doesn't plan that far ahead? I normally don't plan that far ahead, but I don't know. I'm gonna have some free time on my hands, and I want to at least be able to have some beach days, because for some reason I always get screwed out of beach days every single year. It never fails. When I was just working for the bakery, and I was working many more hours for the bakery, I would constantly get screwed out of beach days. And I am determined not to let that happen this year. Even though it's going to be interesting though, because if Grandpa isn't back on his feet and walking with his walker by summer, I may not even be allowed to leave the house to go to the beach. And if that's the case, guess who's going to be super aggravated? This bitch right here. I am going to be very upset. I mean, I've already had to accept the fact that I can't go on any more vacations until all my ferrets die off and pass on, because I don't have anybody to babysit my ferrets. Yes, there are those pet services that you pay them like $50 a day to come to your house, and they'll feed and change the water and pick up poops and give meds if needed or whatever. Yeah. But it's like $50 a visit. So if I need them to come morning and night, that's $100 a day. And normally when I go down the shore on vacation, I go away 5 to 7 days. Let's do the math of how much that is. $100 a day. I can't afford that. So yeah, so it's either I would have to cut my vacation really, really short, and then at that point, what's the point of going? Because we like to, we've been to Wildwood before. I don't know if you guys know about New Jersey too much, but we have it's all known about the Jersey Shore. The beach, Jersey Shore beaches. They're a big thing here in Jersey. Wildwood is probably the nicest beach you can go to, but you don't go to Wildwood for the day unless you live in Wildwood. You go to Wildwood and stay there for a week or two. Okay, first of all, it's a 2-hour drive from my house. So you just don't go for the day. That's what the other beaches that are nearby are for. You go to those beaches. So, you know, and me and Julio usually like going to the closer beaches. And we go to the tiki bar, have a couple cocktails, stuff like that. And then chill on the beach, go for a walk on the boardwalk, play some games, have some pizza, fried Oreos, funnel cakes, Zeppelis. Yeah, we pig out. We pig out when we go to the shore. We drink a lot and we pig out. We pig out. Yeah, we have fun when we go to the beach. I'm doing F now, which is, I believe, 939.15. Yes, it is 939. Why they just couldn't make the entire area 310? I mean, that is my thought process on 939. It might as well be 310. It's so dark. It's so close to black. It might as well be 310. I don't know why they waste their time putting both of those colors next to each other. I wish they would just make the whole area 310 and just keep it trucking. If I ever had a diamond painting company, I don't think I would ever do that. Put 939 and 310 next to each other. I don't even think they'd be on the same canvas. It's either or. It's either you're getting 310 or you're getting 939. You're not going to get both. And I've had plenty of times where the background is confettied 939 and 310. Why? That doesn't make any sense. I think it bugs some of you too. I know at least one of you, that bugs people out. And they said, oh, just, if it bugs you so much, just do the whole area in 310. Well, hate to tell you, I don't save my drills. I'm pretty sure I told you guys this before. After every canvas, after it's sealed and hung up, and I know nothing is falling off, I throw out the drills. I do not hoard drills. I do not have a collection of drills laying around. There's no need. And I mean, unless you plan on doing like a cross stitch conversion and you need your own drills, I mean, then I could see the exception. But then, you know, a lot of people like to make the argument that, well, if the kit I ordered ran out of drills. First of all, if it was a good kit, it wouldn't be running out of drills. If it was a halfway decent company, you wouldn't have to worry about running out of drills. I mean, that's my thought. I'm not being mean about it. I'm just saying that's my thought process. If it was a halfway decent company and they did what they were supposed to do, then your kit wouldn't be running out of drills. There would be no need to dig into a drill stash. Now, that happened to me once. And I'm pretty sure you guys remember, some of you who really watch all my videos, that GBFKE 30 by 30 I did. If you remember that little white cat I did, first of all, the colors were effed up. They rendered it poorly. Yeah, it was such a waste of my time. But then I kept running out of drills. And yes, I had some drills in my collection, but it was just off. It wasn't right. And so my thought is on that whole thing is, I shouldn't have had to been digging into a drill stash to look for drills. If the company did their job correctly, there would be enough drills in each bag. I would have drills left over, as a matter of fact, or just enough left over, you know. So I don't really want to order from a company that is going to do that. Granted, I have many kits in my stash that are from GBFKE, and I have been very hesitant on working on any of them because I'm afraid they're going to run out of drills, or it's going to be rendered really bad, like the last painting. I really don't want to deal with that. And I have some really nice ones from them. Some really pretty, like, female portraits that I really want to do. But I've yet to do them because that last experience was horrific. Made me think, what happens if the rest of their canvases are like this? I don't know, but I think some of you have done and completed GBFKE and you like them. So, I mean, it depends. It's situational. Maybe it doesn't always happen. Maybe it was a complete fluke. I don't know. But then there's also the case where they overcharged me for a canvas that was supposed to be a 40 by 50. Instead, I got a 30 by 40. And then the guy that reps the company emails me because he sees my video, tells me he's going to refund me the difference. And guess what? I never got that refund. And the coupons that they promised me for my next purchase because they wanted me to still purchase from them. I never got the coupons and I never got the refund. So, you know, how do you like that? Just saying. Okay, we just did F, G, there's no G, H, a little bit of H. Okay, we're almost done with this square. Can you believe it? Even with being interrupted once, my square is almost done. I hate having to reload my pen all the time. Everybody's going to probably tell me, go back to using glue dots. No, they're too sticky. There is such a thing as being too sticky. They are too sticky. They do not let go of my drills. And I don't want to continually rub my pen on my pants and on my lotioned hands in order to take away the stickiness. That's still resulting in me having to stop every 5 minutes. You know, no thank you. I have them just in case I change my mind. 19. Ooh, look at that pink. Looks red in the camera, but I'm telling you, it's pink. That's all this section right here. These are all J's. I heated up my coffee and I brought it back upstairs with me, and I am yet to take a sip of it while it's still warm. It takes me an entire day to finish a cup of coffee, honestly. Okay, we can multi-place this section. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm in deep thought. So I know it's too soon for you guys to tell, but let's put our thoughts in. Who on this channel thinks this canvas is gonna come out good? The face isn't gonna be, and when I say good, the face isn't busted, the canvas isn't busted. I think it's gonna come out good. I have high hopes. I'm having high hopes. I really just want to skip to the face and do the face. And I may just do that. I may just skip to the face just to calm my nerves down, because I don't want to keep doing all this confetti and his face is busted in the end. You know, because you imagine you did half the canvas and then you finally get to the face and it's busted, and you know your canvas has lost all hope. Ugh. That just breaks my heart to think about. So, yeah. But we're going to hold that hope. Maybe after I do this square, I'll come. Are we in camera? I'm going to come to this square where it's his nose and mouth, and then maybe go up to his eyes up here and do those two squares. And then if everything's okay, then I'll continue on in the bottom squares. Because I need to know. I need to know. Oh boy. Because this was a lot of confetti. I have the feeling this entire canvas is going to be confetti. I'm going to hate Julio after this. And no, he didn't pick out this canvas. Usually I just know what he likes. And then I pick out accordingly to what he likes. Or he tells me this is what I want for the wall, and then I pick out something that I'm willing to work on. Because I mean that's the hardest part about making canvases that go to other people, and they're not for yourself personally. At least for me, in my opinion, it is hard for me to work on canvases that aren't going to go on my wall, that don't belong to me, because it turns out to be subject matter that I don't like to look at. So, and I'm not saying that to offend people that I make gifts for, because there have been plenty of times that I made diamond painting gifts for people, and you know I do it, but it's like pulling teeth the whole way through, because I mean, you guys know it, as fellow diamond painters out there, you generally work on subject matter that you like looking at. But when you're working on something that you don't like to look at, it makes it very, very difficult to get through it. Even if it's the tiniest canvas, it makes it difficult to get through it. I am not like for instance, I like portraits. I like doing people. I like doing faces. Even if it's a fairy, even if it's a witch or Joker or my ladies up on the wall, I like portraits. That is my absolute favorite. What I don't like doing is animals, landscapes. Landscapes irk my soul. I don't think I own any landscapes in my collection at all. If there's going to be an animal in the picture, I want a person's face to be in the picture to to make it easier on my life. Like the square I did for Rainbow Girl. There was a rainbow fox on her head, but there was a girl's face in the picture. So it was essentially a portrait. So I liked doing it. But I mean, and I'm not knocking you guys out there that like to do animals in landscapes. Everybody likes to do what they like to do. Some people love landscapes. I know some of my fellow creators out there, channels that I watch from time to time. All they do is landscapes, and God bless you, because those canvases look so tedious. Oh, I don't know how some of you get through those canvases. They look so tedious. And a lot of you, quite the majority of you, I think love animals. I mean, who doesn't love an animal? Animals are cute, but they're just not my favorite thing to look at. And I don't want a lot of animals up on my wall. I mean, the only animal canvases that I have are ferrets. So any canvas that I have that has an animal in it, I'd say 99% of them are all ferrets. There are AI images of ferrets that Kat has done for me, or that I have found, or ones that are done by professional artists, but they're all ferrets. And ferrets I love because ferrets I own. But yeah, like doing horses and other dogs, and no, I can't. I have no interest in doing animals. It's just not, it's not fun to me. It's like a chore. So I mean, that's what it feels like when you're working on a canvas that is not normally something you're interested in. It feels like a chore. So I mean, I don't know how, if the rest of you guys feel like that. But that, I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, I did some seashore, like beach canvases for my mother, and I made sure they were partials so I'd get them done, because it's not something I'd normally work on, and they came out really pretty as partials. I still haven't worked on that one custom that I got of me and my mom. I really need to work on that custom. I want to send that to her. I think that one will turn out really cute, and I think that one is probably confetti heavy too. Yikes. All right, this one is a fairy dust drill. I'm going to try to hold it up. Okay. Sorry, pausing, unpausing. Grandma keeps yelling up the stairs. But these are fairy dust drills. They are going on the canvas. They are number 25, letter Q. I think it's part of his green jacket. May go in his hair too, but you see the slightest bit of shimmer on them, in case you guys haven't, just showing you in case you haven't seen a fairy dust drill. They're very, very subtle. Very subtle. And they're very easy to work with because it's not like an AB where they have a coating. ABs have been quite the nightmare for me coming into the new year. I don't know. And I love AB. I love ABs, you guys. I absolutely love ABs because I love the extra sparkle. But I just don't like how much of a pain they are to use. They dry out my putty. Just not too much fun. Anything that causes that much struggle, I just can't. I just almost had a whole accident there. So this is all single placing. And I think we only have to fill in a letter and a number that I had missed from the beginning, and then we're done with this square. I'll turn off the light and I'll show you what the square looks like. We're probably not going to be able to know what it is, even though I'll tell you, you know, what we're looking at, but sometimes it's hard to tell with the first square. I might have to even look in the picture to kind of figure it out in the thumbnail. So I missed some 4s, of course. I think I'm just going to try to take them right out of the jar. Do any of you do that when you miss one? Do you just dig in the jar for it? I do. E14. Sometimes it's hard to get one up on the pen. It takes a couple tries. Everybody's just probably telling me, why don't you just dump out the jar? There's no need. Okay, we're done with the square. And the video has been officially like an hour long, so. So this is what we're looking at. This is what we have so far. What we are looking at is some of his shirt or scarf. What is this? Oh, I just pulled. Yeah, we're gonna have to seal this. What is this metal object? I think this is like a metal hook that he is holding, and this is his purple jacket. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just skip ahead and start the face. I think so. I definitely think so, you guys. Yeah. I think it'll be a better choice. There's a lot of the face to do, but okay. All right, yeah. So this is what I'm going to be working on next. Some nose, some teeth, mouth, cheeks. And then I'm going to go above and get some of his eyes and his wrinkles in his forehead. And just from that alone, I'm going to be, at least me personally, I will be able to tell if the canvas is a loss or to keep working on it. So I have a feeling we're going to be in the safe zone. I think we're going to be okay. I think this is going to be okay. I'm going to hold out high hopes for it and cross my fingers. But I'm going to watch some YouTube videos, and I'm going to try to get these squares done. I'm going to try to get as many squares done as possible. I'm going to take advantage of having the day off. Grandma and Grandpa are leaving the house to go to dialysis, so no one's going to be bugging me. Julio is out working or doing whatever he's doing at friends. I personally don't care. He's out. He's not at home bugging me. So I have the house. I'm going to have the house myself. So I am going to try to get this square done. Maybe his chin down here. Maybe over here. I'll be working till late at night. So I'll sit in this chair for hours, you guys. So anyways, if you like the content, I know some of you like the whipping chats. If you like the whipping chats, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is free, my friends. And if you're returning, thank you for returning and your continued support. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.